Hello YouTube, what's up? Welcome back to my channel Motor Travel. I am back again here with another technical vlog, and as you have already guessed by the title itself what this is gonna be related to, I will not tell you that again and make the introductory part repetitive and boring. So first of all, before starting the video, I want to thank you all for all your support that you have shown to me, that you have given to me so far, and I am really thankful to it, and it really means a lot to me. Now coming to the video part. So this video is gonna be related to the 2T pump adjustment, and in this video we will three type of adjustment we will see in this video. This video might be a little lengthy one, so stay tuned. You have to bear a little bit of patience in video. I'll request you once, don't skip and see the video, because if you skip and see the video, if you try to do that, what will happen, I'll tell you honestly, that you will miss a little bit of thing. That little bit of thing is very important while adjusting the pump stroke and the lubrication system, because pump stroke and lubrication works on little bit only. So don't try to, I'll say rest is up to you. I don't know what you want to do, but I'll try my best to put up things over here, and I'll request you don't you skip the videos and see, because this is going to be detailed and every second or every part of the video will be important. Even though the process sounds very easy, you can feel that calibration, oh, it's not a major task. So calibration is a process which you takes a little bit of precision, not actually little bit, it takes a little more than a little bit. So it takes a little more precision and concentration before doing that work. And even first of all, when the place is messy and when the place is congested place, it is very constricted area is there, you need to access with your spanner and do all those things. So in a constricted place it even becomes more irritating task. So sometimes we'll get fed up, give it, let's just shut it off and do whatever it is working, we'll put in 2T tank. So those are the reasons why people put oil in the 2T tank. They do not try to repair their pump, but they do not try to repair their strokes and all. So that's when they come up with new idea that we can put it up in 2T oil tank. And I can guarantee you one thing, I will assure you one thing, that once you have seen all the 3 or 4 videos of the 2T pump repair and 2T pump adjustment, and you will be able to do everything by yourself, and never in life you need to take it to mechanic, and never in life your pump will be wasted or thrown away. So let's get back to work. I'll take you to the motorcycle and do those things live over there, but before that I want to show you something over here on the table itself, so that you will be able to understand what all things are there and how things need to be measured and adjusted at what point. So that will help you over there when we will go back to the motorcycle. So stay tuned and watch the video till the end. I hope it will help you. Take care, see you in the end part. Before I take you into practical things, I'll explain you a few things that will help you out over there when we are doing exactly the adjustment on the motorcycle. So as you all know, this is the pump body, and over here this is the pulley, and this one is the adjuster plate. So here is the adjuster plate on the top, this is the pulley. So how we need to first adjust the pump stroke. So what we need to do, we know that the cable is adjusted over here, the cable goes inside in this place and it comes out. So before starting any mechanism, we need to align these two dots. You see a dot over here and you see this body over here. So this is the dot over here and this is a pump screw over here. Alright, so from the free play adjustment of the cable, we need to adjust in such a way that this hole is aligned in direction of this one. So what happens, this pump is fitted on the carburetor body like this, and when you look from here, you need to align these two with each other. So you need to rotate it, you need to tighten it or loosen it so that it comes in alignment of this one. So only when it comes in alignment to this one, you need to start the rest of the procedure. So once we have aligned this one, alright, so here I cannot fix it, I'll just show you how it is done over there. Once we need to check the pump stroke. So what is pump stroke? Pump stroke is measured at this gap. This is the adjuster pulley and here is the adjuster plate. So for measuring the pump stroke, we need to have a feeler gauge with adjustment plate of, you can take it off 0.20 mm, 0.25 mm. Anything should be in between 0.20 and 0.25. It shouldn't be below 0.20. It can go up till 0.30. So 0.30 mm is quite good, but if you are not able to, then you should try to keep it at 0.25. So 0.25 is the apt position to keep the pump stroke. So we need to fill this filler gauge inside over here. While adjust the pump stroke, we need to, this pump shaft will come, this will be like this will go inside and this will come out. Alright, so this will, you see, this is going out and this is coming inside. See, like this, it is going and coming inside. So what happens when this pump is fitted on the motorcycle body and the engine is rotated, you will find that this shaft will come out and go in, come out and go in like this. So while this is going inside and coming out, you will find that the gap between these two, the gap between the pulley over here and the gap between the plate is increasing and decreasing. Look very carefully, you will see when this comes out, see there is a clearance over there, again there is a closure over there, again there is a gap over there. This is how it works. So we need to measure this gap. And how we need to measure this gap? As soon as this comes out in the maximum part, we need to put the filler gauge here and find out the gap over here. So this gap should be 0.25. It should be 0.20 to 0.25 mm when the pump is at maximum stroke, or when this has come out in the maximum position. Alright, we need to put this. In case if you are not having a feeler gauge, then you can use a visiting card. So this is a card. So this card and the feeler gauge is having almost same gap. You can use that, any kind of visiting card. Don't use that thicker ones. Over here it is a thicker one. Don't use the thick ones, right? So use the visiting card which are normal. You see over here it is a normal visiting card kind. So this is a part of it. So use it, and by using this also you can measure the gap over there. So I'll just get back to the motorcycle and show you over there live how we need to adjust. So right now here we are at the motorcycle and I have removed the pump cover, and I'll show you the process how we need to adjust the minimum pump stroke on the motorcycle, how we need to align the pulley, and how we need to adjust the oil flow, which we will be seeing over here. The very first thing that we need to do is we need to remove the spark plug from here. I have removed the spark plug. After removing the spark plug, we need to check a very important thing very first, as I have told you earlier. We need to check whether it is aligned properly or not. So for alignment, what we need to do is, you see this screw over here, this one, this is screw over here, this one, alright, and there is a dot adjacent to it. Alright, so what we need to do is we need to align this screw with this dot. Before doing any process of adjusting the stroke or the fuel supply, 2T supply, we need to align these two dots in place. So this screw position needs to be aligned with this one. These both needs to be in symmetry. So how to bring that in symmetry? We can bring that in symmetry by adjusting these two lock nuts over here. Alright, so by loosening or tightening you can find out which side you need to go. You can see over here it is not aligned at present, so I'll be aligning it. So right now I am loosening the screw. So now you can see these two are aligned over here, or it is slightly more than alignment. Alright, this is perfect. So I have aligned the pulley. This is the pulley with this screw by adjusting the adjusters over here. So this one thing is done, and now we need to check the pump stroke. We need to push our kick downwards when the plug is removed. So while we push the kick like this from hands, when you push the kick, you will find that the gap between the adjuster plate, this gap what you see over here, which I have increased right now and decreased, so you will find that this gap will reduce and this gap will increase. So we have to stop at the place, stop kicking the kick at the point where this gap is maximum. So I'll try to hold the camera still, so you can see over there the gap. See this gap? So this gap is right now over there. Now I will start kicking the kick and I will try to find out where the gap is maximum. You can see the gap is reducing. Kick it slowly and see, now the gap has reduced and it has been vanished. There is no gap, but we need to find out the point where the gap is maximum. Don't kick very hard, go smooth and slow. See, now you can find the gap is eventually increasing when I am kicking. Now again it is reducing. So by doing so, you have to find out where the maximum point is. So I have found out this is the maximum point, and it is very obvious that even by looking at the camera you can feel that this gap is way too much more than 0.25 millimeters. Now I will use a feeler gauge with a measure of 0.25. My feeler gauges are a little old, so you won't be able to see something clearly. Now I will try to show you how to measure it. So this is the feeler gauge plate. Alright, I am trying to put it over here. See, there is a lot of gap over there. So definitely it is not 0.25, it is more than 2 millimeters. So now what I need to do, that we need to adjust this gap. So how we can adjust this gap? We can adjust this gap by removing these shims over here. You can see here are shims placed over here, 1, 2 and 3 shims you can see over there. So these 3 shims needs to be replaced, needed to be changed or reduced in number, so that we can adjust the gap. This works like, when we increase the number of shims, the gap will increase, and when we decrease the number of shims, the gap will reduce. So again, keep the pump installed over there with a 8 mm spanner. Open this lock nut over here. So let me tell you one thing, that this works need a little bit of patience and practice, because that place is very congested and you won't get enough space over there to manipulate things. So now you see I am using the fingers, the lock bolt is removed. Alright, the spring washer is removed. So now that adjuster plate is also removed from there. And what you see remaining over there are the 2 shims. So those 2, 3 have also come out. So these are the 3 shims that have come out from there. So these are a variable thickness, 2 are of larger thickness that need to be measured, and the other one is a thinner one. So in the standard setting, what happens, a thick one and a thin one is sufficient, but sometimes people put extra. I have removed one of the thick washer and I will use these 2, one thick and one thinner shim over here. So we need to put it back into place. So here you need a lot of patience and precision. So I have put the shims over there, then we will put this adjuster plate. Sorry for the shaky camera, because I have mounted it somewhere on the brake pedal. Then you got to put this one. This is the spring washer, and then we have to tighten the bolt. Tighten it completely, and after tightening it completely we need to measure the gap once again. So I've reduced the same, and now again I will start kicking the cake, and we will see. So now you look very closely, the gap is eventually increasing. So now it has reached till there, and again I am back with the feeler gauge with the setting of 0.25, and now 0.25 goes in smoothly and come out. But even though it is recommended 0.20 to 0.25, I keep it better on 0.30. So it is set very perfectly on 0.30. Alright, so you can feel the feeler gauge over there touching on the edges and coming out. So this is how the stroke needs to be set. So I have set the stroke over here. This is the minimum stroke, and now it's all set. Now we have to adjust the oil flow. So now for once, when everything is set over here, we have measured the gap, and that will be fitting back the spark plug, and then we will bleed the air from here and check the flow at this pipe. So first I will start the bike, and then I will show the rest of the process. Started the motorcycle, and now I will bleed out the air from the air bleeder screw. Over there, few air bubbles are coming along with the fuel. Now it is perfect, there is no air bubbles. I'll just tighten back. From here. Now I have switched off the bike right now. Before that I will explain you the procedure how to check the 2T oil flow over here at the outlet. So once you have checked and cleaned over here, all the air bubbles come out, and when the flow is linear and it is in very good condition, then you can tighten it fully, and then you have to remove it from here. Alright, once we have removed it from here, you need to pull this cable from here outside. So you need to pull this cable outside so that the pump stroke is at maximum. So I'll show you. I'll start the bike. So I have started the bike. I will pull out the cable. the wire also from there. So now if you look very closely on the pipe, you see I have pulled out the cable from here. Alright, and now if you see over there, you will see GT oil is coming out of the pipe. So this is a good flow, and there is smoke in the exhaust, so that is also a good sign. Now everything is set. Now as you move this throttle wire up and down, the flow will increase over there. So that changes the stroke. Alright. So now 2-3 oil is proper over here. Now we need to put it back into the hole where it is. Tighten both the lock nuts. Double check the air breather screw, and then you can fit back the cover. You will see the smooth over here. So I hope the process is completely clear and you do not have any other queries, and if you do have, then do let me know in the comment section, or you can message me personally on my Instagram for any other help. So this was how the complete procedure of adjusting the pump stroke. We need to adjust it to minimum pump stroke, and then we have to check the oil flow over there and adjust it by the adjuster. So this is the whole procedure. You need a little bit of practice for doing this. If you are practiced and well set, then you can do it, and once it is done perfectly, it does not needs to be played many a times, or any kind of chhed or any kind of fidgeting. It is not needed to play many a times. If you have done it once, it's good and good to go for many years. Thank you. That is all in the vlog. Let's end it up here. For any queries, do message me on Instagram or write me in the comment section. Take care. See you in the next vlog. Bye bye. Jai Hind.
If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, then do press the subscribe button and also press the bell icon to get regular updates.